right, good evening. Thank you. And you know what? This font's really little, so I had to put these glasses on. It's real. For those of you that haven't experienced it, the eyes do need a little extra help. So first, I want to start off by saying thank you for such an incredible night. Jennifer, you've done such a great job. Thank you for bringing us together. And really, truly, it's been an honor for me to be a part of such an amazing network of women. This journey has been incredible and one that I've learned so much from. And every story that has been shared, I commend you on the courage for sharing the things that you have shared tonight. It takes strength to do that, and there is inspiration that comes from that. So thank you all as well. So I'll start when I, sat down and I met with Jennifer, and we talked about this little journey of starting a chapter and telling my story. I'll have to admit, when I first started, it was a bit overwhelming. To sit down and think about what is your story, what would you say? And what would you say that would make an impact? And really, does it make a difference what you've been through? So you ask all of those questions. I heard somebody earlier say, am I good enough? Sometimes you ask yourself those questions as well. And so as I sat and I reflected the experiences and all the moments and things that I've dealt with along the way came swirling back. And I took a moment to pause and really think about what led me to where I am today. I have to say it's the decisions and the choices that I've made along the way that have brought me here, standing here at this moment. And in a way, it has been very therapeutic and healing for me. I would say that I would be remiss tonight to not start with some gratitude. And gratitude for those that have been a reason or a season in my life, because each one of you have helped me lay the bricks to my foundation. So to start, my parents, my mom, who's here tonight, but also my dad, for your guidance, your love, and your example of grit. Your own tough choices and decisions and your intentionality became the cornerstone of my own journey. My daughter, Morgan, she's my why. And while she may not realize it, she did come at a time in my life when I needed her most. And because of her, I gained purpose. My husband, Kevin, and while I did not mention him specifically in my chapter, he is and continues to be such a huge support system of mine. He has believed in me since day one. And at times, it's been more than I've believed in myself. So thank you. So I want to start and take you back to the beginning and why I chose to open my chapter at the beginning to give you a little bit of insight into who my family was and where we started. And I think, when I sat down, as much as I hate to admit it, it was a bit vulnerable to share that. I stepped back and realized I thought, and as a child, I think we all have thoughts about your family, where you come from, maybe, you're not good enough. And I realized that there were moments in my life where I may have been embarrassed or felt ashamed of things. But I do know that what I've learned from those circumstances that have been dealt to my family and to myself is that it does lay the foundation for the person that I became and who stands here today. Growing up, I learned of my parents' circumstances and their own struggles, and I learned that it's not just financial. This is what forged my resilience. It's from those moments of vulnerability that I discovered the power of grit, and that's the determination to defy circumstances and really shape my destiny. From the humble beginnings, I learned adversity is not the end of a story, but a pivotal chapter. I shared in my chapter the story of my own parents, starting out at a young age of 15, married, only having a 9th grade education. And despite their own unfulfilled academic aspirations and maybe not knowing the way always, they became staunch advocates in my own education. They saw it as not only a means of breaking the cycle, but a transformative force that could elevate me beyond the constraints of our own circumstances. And I'm proud to say, because of that, I was the first to take the leap and get my higher education. Later, in the midst of my pursuit of education, not too much later, because I wasn't that old, life threw an unexpected curveball, a surprise pregnancy that reshaped my journey once again. Faced with this unforeseen challenge and determined not to let this detour define my destiny, I embarked on a path where education wasn't sacrificed, but became an even more profound purpose. I stepped back juggling coursework full-time, employment full-time, and parenthood full-time. I found resilience in the midst of all that chaos. My daughter became my driving force, a beacon of purpose that fueled those late night studies and sustained me through the challenges of balancing my academics and parenthood. With each milestone that she achieved, a first tooth, a first word, first steps, I saw not only her growth, but also the reflection of my unwavering commitment to forge a better future for us. Upon earning my degree as a college graduate, I found myself once again at a crossroads. The field I graduated in seemed distant as the responsibility of parenthood loomed large. And for those in the room that know me, you know that I deeply and passionately wanted to be an FBI agent. That was a bit challenging. So it was a time for me to pivot and shift my career path and find something that not only accommodated my circumstances, but also aligned with a passion and my potential. I started at my current organization today, Elevance Health, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, for those locally, and an entry-level position on the sales team. I immersed myself into the healthcare insurance field, and I will tell you, I don't believe anybody wakes up and thinks that that's what they want to do with their life. But I immersed myself into that field with the same determination that fueled my educational journey. It wasn't about where I was beginning, but the trajectory of which I aimed to set. Every task, no matter how small it was, became an opportunity to prove my capabilities and to showcase my unwavering work ethic, which I am going to say came from my parents. I surrounded myself with successful individuals intentionally, and I never shied away from stretching myself beyond my own comforts. I remained curious to learning and open to growing, and I still do to this very day. As the years began to unfold, my career trajectory really wasn't a straight line. Honestly, at times I didn't know where it was going. I just kept moving forward. That's all I knew. It was a dynamic journey, though, as I reflect back, and it was marked by many intentional choices and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Climbing the corporate ladder, as some of you may call that, while in those earlier years was about my personal achievement, it really shifted to a platform of uplifting others, and that is where I discovered my passion for leadership. My success has truly transformed from individual accomplishments to the empowerment and leadership of those around me. Now, as I stand here, thinking about that entry-level position, as an executive leadership of my organization, in this position, my definition of success has evolved. It's not about my personal accolades as much as it's about shaping and guiding the future generation of leaders. My goals extend beyond career milestones to fostering an environment where others can thrive and discover their own paths to success. Watching the success of others truly has been much more of a success to me than my own personal achievements. And I'm proud to say the journey hasn't ended. It's far from over, I will tell you that. It's an ongoing expedition of growth, both personal and professional. Setting new goals for me is not a formality. It's truly a way to keep myself accountable. It's a way to make sure that there's continuous improvement and dedication to unlocking that untapped potential. And I don't only seek that in myself, I seek that out of those I lead as well. As my career continues to flourish, there's another profound shift in what's occurring within me, and that's transformation from personal success to that passionate commitment to give back. Reflecting on my own journey, I recognize the struggles and the obstacles faced by individuals in similar situations as mine, and I'm truly committed to giving back to the communities of the underserved and underprivileged, because I understand with the right resources, the right support, and the right guidance, those individuals can thrive and succeed as well. By participating in initiatives and addressing their needs and helping to empower them, I can make an impact. My journey from a lower socioeconomic background to an executive leadership position is a testament to the power of intentionality. By making conscious choices, seizing every opportunity, and maintaining steadfast focus on my goals, I overcame numerous obstacles. I haven't even shared a fourth of what those were. My hope is that my story illustrates success, that it is not so solely determined by the external circumstances that surround you, but by the intentional actions and decisions that we make. It's through determination, resilience, and commitment to both personal and professional growth that individuals can overcome these obstacles and create their own path to success. By sharing my story and highlighting the importance of being intentional, I hope to inspire others that they too can believe in themselves, and it doesn't matter where you start. Thank you.